Toby Ali is our guest today. He's an entrepreneur and business management consultant who started his career as a tech analyst. He is the co-founder of Jawo, a fintech app that allows users to generate passive income without requiring technical knowledge, and he'll be sharing insight on building a tech business. It is great to have you. All welcome.
Great. Always good to see you. Right?
Always great to have you. You know, now everybody. I mean, tech bros are the real bro. Yeah. Well, you've always been a tech bro. You know, we've seen you on motivation, on finance.
Yes.
But now, at the core, you've always been a tech person and all of that. Now, you've launched something, a fintech app, and all of that. We know that everything now, there's quite a lot that revolves around tech, but some people don't know how to start. Where do I want to start? How do I provide a service and use tech? So using Jawo as a case study, how does one go about all of this?
Well, so it's important to say, in fact, like you just mentioned about tech, there's a big, everyone wants to go into tech, even jobs, businesses, there seems to be a bubble. There are a lot of VCs pumping, millions of dollars into Nigeria, into Africa generally, which is great, which is fantastic. However, there's a fundamental thing people need to understand about tech business, right? I didn't also just stumble into tech. I've been into tech for a while, even did other businesses before I now ventured into tech. Now, the thing which is very important about tech business is, maybe we should even break the word down, tech business. So there's tech and there's business. So if you do not have a business, even if you add tech to it, it's not going to be successful. Let me explain what that means. So tech, I need to be very clear that people need to understand that just having a fantastic software or just having a fantastic solution or building a very good, hardware product and it's tech doesn't make it, that doesn't mean it's going to be successful. So you first and foremost need to have a business that has high demand, a business that people are willing, to buy into, a product, a service. Then you now use tech to leverage and expand your distribution. So tech is more of an amplifier of an existing starving crowd business. So the first fundamental thing is get a business that people are actually interested in. Then you can now leverage technology to expand into other markets in the quickest way possible.
Okay, so Jawo as an app now, what business is Jawo involved in?
All right, so just even to explain that, so how we came about with Jawo, Jawo is a Yoruba slang that means make money, is this. So it started with me. I've been in the crypto space since like 2016, and I started making some good, returns on my investment in crypto. So people come up to me like, oh, please, can you buy this coin for me? Oh, can you buy this for me? Can you exchange this for me? And I started doing it one-on-one, and all of a sudden, I just thought of it that, it seems there's a huge demand on this. I was even teaching people how to trade crypto, but even with that, they would say, I beg, send signal, I beg, send this. So I looked at it that, there's a demand for this thing now. Instead of me stressing myself, always doing this thing manually, why don't I just create a business that auto does this for people, that doesn't need my reliance? And that's how actually, Jawo even started. And again, we even had to pivot that, you know what? Okay, what exists right now, there are people who even help people trade, but what about people who don't even know anything about crypto? What about people who don't even know how to get, their assets converted? So we now created a holistic system, that just as simple as using a bank app, somebody just sends money to you and the system automatically trades, crypto assets for them. It's also going to be doing Forex, it's also going to be doing stock automatically based on their risk profile.
Wonderful.
Yes.
You see, but before we go on talking about, there's something I really want to ask. What is the stance of the federal government and the Nigerian public or the Nigerian financial public on crypto, as it were? Because that's something that has, there's a lot that's been happening. There was a time when there was a ban and it was said it was not a ban, sort of.
Yes.
What is the situation now as it stands with policies and cryptocurrency in Nigeria?
All right, so the thing people, so many times people say stuff like federal government has banned crypto. Nobody can ban crypto. Crypto is not a government property, right? So what federal government did was federal government put a ban on banks in facilitating crypto transactions. And the reason for that is not far-fetched. They are trying to regulate the industry. They are also trying to reduce some FX stuff and stuff. So crypto has not been banned. In fact, what federal government now did is they now even brought out a procedure with SEC, which is still in discussion, where they have a policy and guidelines for crypto firms. So they are trying to regulate it. It's not like it's banned. It's banks, in fact, even to add to this, I think a particular well-known crypto exchange just even partnered with the Nigerian government to build, like a tech, something around tech, somewhere around that Lekki free zone. You look at what
Okay.
happened recently also, one of our top guys, one of our top women, Ibikunle Iwoshika, was appointed by another crypto
But yes,
firm.
yes,
So
by Binance.
basically, it's not
Yes.
that the government is not against crypto. They are just trying to regulate it, and the ban was on banks, not on
Not
the crypto.
on private individuals.
Yes, not
so,
on private
so you're
individuals
saying that private
themselves.
individuals can still trade, or it is just about the banks? Well, how possible is that? I mean, maybe that's where your
Yeah,
app
so
comes
that's
in.
where technology also came
That's where
in.
your app comes in.
Exactly.
How can we do it without the banks?
Yeah, so one of the smartest things people did in that industry, which we also leverage on, is peer-to-peer. So you can't stop people. Peer-to-peer is as old as money. It's as
Yes.
old as barter. You give
Trade
me
by
this.
barter.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
I get
what
what you
people
mean.
now did, and which is what smart businesses actually do, whenever there is regulation, is because they are trying to prevent something. So people always use technology or use, business sense to, go around that. And that's also kind of, what we did. Because you cannot stop people from exchanging value, especially if they see that something, is profitable. And whether we like it or not, crypto is the financial future. This is, so you even know how excited even the Nigerian government is about it. Look at, they created their own e-Naira, which is a default kind of cryptocurrency.
Definitely.
Yes.
I've seen it on some banking apps and how people are trying to integrate it. What's the state of the e-Naira at this point
Well,
in time?
a lot of people are using it. They have not yet gotten the kind of numbers they are looking for.
Exactly.
There are even a lot of fintechs now. For instance, like a Flutterwave has even implemented, e-Naira. It's going to become much better, but to a large degree, the difference between a normal crypto, and e-Naira is e-Naira will always be the value of a Naira. So if Naira is going down, it's going to be that value. So, but for cryptocurrencies, it's a bit different, apart from those pegged to the dollar. Those ones can rise in value, can also reduce in value. So for e-Naira doesn't really serve the appetite. It's more of a remittance thing, because if you use e-Naira as a means of transfer, your bank charges will be reduced. That's kind of what that is for. So
that is for.
it's
Wonderful.
a bit different from...
Wonderful.
Yes.
So, Ali, we're going to have you all across October. We
Yes.
would even have some time. Maybe take a in-depth look at the app and see how you've actually provided solutions through that app. Thank you so very much.
A pleasure.
Looking forward to the other times that you'll come.
Thanks for having
We'll
me.
be able to pick up something there. We'll just take this time out now. Don't go nowhere. It's Wake Up Nigeria.